Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Ms.Matheri show. If you're new here, kindly subscribe. Thank you. So, I think yesterday, or no, the day before yesterday, I happened to watch the trending story of Diana B and Willie Paul. And away from the story, I'm not here to talk about the story of or anything, but I went through the comment section and I happened to find lots of comments that highlight and exhibit certain misinformations about rape or sexual violence in general. So today I'll be talking about the myths on sexual violence, or rather I'll be demystifying rape. So before you discredit me, I am trained by the Gender Violence Recovery Center, that is GVRC, on gender-based violence prevention and response. So based on my training and everything that I've learned, I'll be giving you some of the myths or rather misinformations on sexual violence. And the first thing that I think we are very misinformed about is that men do not get sexually assaulted, or rather, men do not get raped. I know this is a very sensitive topic in our society, and most of the times we are not ready to talk about it. When we talk about rape, it's so directed to women, it's so directed to females, but when you talk about rape, it doesn't even occur in our minds that men can also get raped and men can also get violated. However, the truth is that no one is immune to sexual violence. The perpetrator can either be a male or a female, and they can assault any gender, that is. So the issue that only men can be, or that only women are sexually assaulted, it is a myth, and we need to take care of, okay, for parents, you need to take care of your young boys. Do not just take care of your young girls and protect them from sexual violence. Also take care of your young sons. They may be facing through a lot, and the fact that you believe that men do not get sexually assaulted, you may find yourself making a mistake on your son or your nephew or that young boy. So another myth that is related to the first one. So our second myth is that women do not commit sexual offense. When you're looking at the cases of sexual offenses, we in our minds we mostly register the perpetrators as men. It doesn't occur to us, or rather, we do not often think that women can also be perpetrators. But the truth is that a perpetrator can also be a woman. I know as a society, we are definitely not ready to accept that it is happening, that men out there are getting sexually assaulted, and not just other types of other types of assault, but sexual assault. Men can also face sexual assault. In fact, if we happen to hear such a case, if a man happened to say that they were sexually assaulted, other people are just going to laugh at the guy, trust you me. So it becomes a topic that we have accepted the myth as a truth. Like, okay, you're a man, how were you sexually assaulted? It doesn't make sense, but the truth is that no one is immune to sexual assault, as we said. The third myth is that women provoke men to rape them through their type of dressing. One of the things that we need to understand is that when you're talking about rape is all about consent. Regardless of what you are wearing, regardless of whether you are, as long as you did not give consent to the other person, nothing justifies it. Whether you were naked or anything, and you didn't give your consent, that was rape. So we tend to believe that it's sad that we believe that women provoke men to rape them through the clothes that they wear. And I remember some time back, I think that was last month, there's a university that had that poster that was saying it had very nice things that you about dressing, but then at the end of it there was a statement like, if you dressed something, depending on your dressing, you can get, as okay, I really don't remember the words, but it was like justifying rape. Like, if you dressed shabby, if you're wearing revealing clothes, you deserve to be raped. And it's very sad, especially for an institution of higher learning, claiming that. It's very sad, because the truth is that no matter what you're wearing, no one deserves to be sexually assaulted. The other myth, that is myth number 4, yeah, it's about if someone is drunk, it's their own fault if they get raped. So just because you were drunk and someone sexually assaulted you and they made you believe it was your fault because you were drunk, but it is not your fault. That is the perpetrator's fault. Whether you were drunk or sober, you do not deserve to be sexually assaulted. The other myth, that is myth number 5, is that if you're a victim, it is all your fault. Okay, like I said in the comment section, I found that there are a lot of people claiming to be victims of sexual violence, and there were some people saying that they feel ashamed such that they cannot speak of that ordeal. I found, okay, there were people with various stories. Some were saying like they were sexually assaulted around 20 years ago, yet even today they are not able to speak out, they are not able to reveal about their ordeal, simply because they feel ashamed and they feel embarrassed about it, and they feel like it is their fault. So they're embarrassed that people are going to judge them. They're ashamed that people will question them. I feel like most of the victims of sexual violence are afraid to come out because of the questions as a society we raise to them. It is sad that when someone has undergone sexual assault, instead of blaming the perpetrator, we tend to blame the victims. So someone comes out with a story claiming that they were sexually assaulted, but as a society, we begin to question them, and we are like, wait, where were you? What were you doing? What were you wearing? We try to raise and point fingers on the victim instead of pointing fingers at the perpetrator. We begin to judge the victim. And I think this is the reason why most victims, even after they are sexually assaulted, they are afraid to come out, and instead they choose to keep quiet, because after all they think, so if I come out with this and tell people, no one is going to believe me. Others are going to say, it's all your fault. You're the one who was wearing this, you're the one who got drunk, you're the one who was walking at night, etc., etc. So if you're a victim of sexual assault, you need to understand that whatever happened was not your fault. No matter what, as long as you did not give the consent, it was not your fault. And the last one, which you're going to discuss today, because I do not want this to be a very long video, the last myth is that if you're in a relationship with someone, then that does not count as sexual violence, or rather that does not count as rape. So it is a myth where you find that if someone is in a relationship with someone and they happen to be sexually assaulted, they're going to be like, okay, I cannot come out and claim that was rape, because after all, this is a person I'm dating, or this is a person I'm in a relationship. Well, the truth is, rape is about consent, and as long as you have not given the consent, whether you're in a relationship with someone, it is still rape. So that will be leading us to our topic next time. And the topic next time will be date rape. So kindly subscribe so that you do not miss out on our next episode. Meanwhile, that is it for today. My name is Purity, and this is the Ms.Matheri Show. Until next time, bye bye.